So that came up quicker than I thought. Hey guys, it's me, Heather. I am your neighborhood sexuality and intimacy coach. Thank you for joining me today. Now, I just want to tell y'all, usually we have the review crew. The review crew is busy. We booked and busy as a whole, and I love that because one thing about it is we can always come back to wherever we need to come back to. But usually I do this with the review crew, but we're just gonna do it with me. So if you guys want to join in the conversation, I'm gonna tell you right now, come on and join the conversation. I'm gonna just leave the chat up. I think I just leave it up like that. What y'all think? No? Okay. I'm not going to. So I am reviewing on behalf of the review crew Married at First Sight reunion. Here's the thing, y'all. I did a lot of reading. I didn't watch anybody's review because one thing I didn't want to do. Hey Shayna, how you doing? One of the things I didn't want to do was to cloud my judgment based off of what I was reading. So one of the things I wanted to make sure that I was doing was getting some clear understanding of what happened through the reunion. All I saw though, and I read a couple of comments and everything, was about how Mirla is trash. And let me tell y'all, Mirla don't bother me. And one of the reasons why Mirla doesn't bother me is because Mirla has always stated who she was from the beginning. And a lot of people had trouble with that because she expressed that she wasn't interested in making changes as far as her personality was concerned, or as far as her standards and when it came to certain things. And for the most part, I understood just about every standard she had. Now, does she tend to kind of complain and whine a little bit? Yeah. So what? There are people who are worse than that. And I think for me, a lot of time, let's just talk about it. This season, before I get into any reviews, this season has been all about making Gil look as though he is like the best thing since sliced bread and the best husband in Married at First Sight history. I also believe that's due to how bad Chris was last year. So they were trying to find, was Chris last year? Yeah. So they were trying to find someone that was like the complete polar opposite that people will fall in love with, because folks just hated Chris or whatever. Everybody hate Chris. See what I did there. But here's the thing. This is the way I look at it. The reason why they were able to push Gil up in a way to make him look so spectacular was how bad Chris looked last year. So the bar was pretty low to begin with. Let's just be honest. The bar was super low. And so anything that looked better than Chris was going to look great. And then also, when you looked at the other husbands this season, none of them just really, what I consider to be great people. I mean, and every year there's always someone that's problematic every year. But this year was no different. No different. What I'm bothered about is how we continually when women say I have a standard, or I don't want to do something, or this is not what I was envisioning, or things like that, the first thing that we do is we attack them and go, why shouldn't you? He's a great man, blah blah blah, you should be with him, blah blah blah. But when men say I have a standard, like Ryan, oh, she's not my type, blah blah blah, they go, well, if you're not his type, you're just not his type. And so that's where I found issues this season, because of how much they kept trying to show how the women were flawed. Da, 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 da. Zach got as much problems as Hurricane K. The only difference is how they show they crazy. And so Jose, crazy. Johnny, crazy. All of them crazy. But the first thing we do is we talk about the women being crazy and hysterical and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to get that out the way. Let me just tell you, this ain't going to be the channel where we just go and, we coddle men. We don't coddle anyone, but especially certain behaviors in men that have been shown to be problematic on so very many levels. We're not going to do that. Not going to do it here. We're not going to do it ever. Okay. So, in your feelings, get out your feelings. So how much pressure they have to conform. Absolutely. And let me tell y'all today, y'all, I got a little time. So if you guys want to jump in on the chat and actually be a part of the conversation, I'll drop a link. But we'll talk about it today. I'm going to actually, I was thinking about pulling up my TikTok. I don't know if I want to go live on TikTok yet. I'm pray about it. Yep. Faith says she hated every husband. Shayna said, you are so right on how they pressure women to conform. Look at what they did to Mirla, though. Mirla said, it takes me a long time to become affectionate, but once I open up, then, all the floodgates are open. The first thing Gil did was issue an ultimatum. If I don't get a kiss by decision day, I'm going to ask for a divorce. That set the tone to me. In my opinion, that set the tone for the entire season, the entire 8 weeks. You already said, this is what I want. This. I ain't having this, blah, 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 blah. And people were like, he shouldn't have to put up with this. Well, hell, she shouldn't have to put up with it either. Y'all ain't even got to the review part because I'm upset. Because I hate the way that they've been setting it up to make Gil out to be like, so, he all right. Gil is textbook nice guy. So what they do is textbook nice guys always come off nice, but they're not good guys all the time. They're not kind. They're not, any of those things. They say nice things. They know how to say, whatever words they need to say, but that doesn't make them good. He said, the only thing I don't like about Mirla is she should have said no. This is why I think